Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Unpopular View Wrestling Predictions and Prophecy show. We're going to be going over the Forbidden Door, AEW Forbidden Door card today. I am joined by Venomous Vincent here. We're going to run the quick intro, and then we're going to get into this. So let's get at it. Here we go. Intro now. All right, we are back with the intro. I'm here to my this time to my left. It's sometimes to my right, sometimes I'm on the bottom. Sometimes when I used to be in the AEW show, is the Venomous Vincent from the All Elite Heat podcast show. Thank you for joining me again, buddy. Last time we worked together was 39 days ago.
Well, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Forbidden Door prediction show. I am one of the hosts, Venomous Vincent, and I've been doing triple duties this week. I was on Rated R show on Monday. I did the All Elite Heat podcast last night for AEW review of Dynamite, and now we're here for Forbidden Door prediction show. A lot of matches. Before we start, I just gotta ask you a question because this is driving me nuts here. And I saw this. And I want to get your opinion on this. How the hell is this guy wrestling? Nigel McGuinnes. Let's break this down real quick. Yeah. So let's break this down. You got Edge, you got Christian, you got Nigel McGuinnes, you got Bryan Danielson. Who else am I missing?
Danielson's a panelist, from what I've heard.
No, but what I'm trying to get at is how are these? Oh, and you got Paige. How are these 5 or 6 wrestlers coming back from the same injury? What kind of drugs? What kind of gymnastics or stretches or C3 or C4 glue, maybe some kind of string? I don't know what to say.
Doctors, maybe, I don't know.
How are these people coming back after they already retired? Like, what are we missing here? How are these guys doing this?
Well, I mean, nobody's retired till they say retired. We'll look at Ric Flair, for example. He says he's retired, then he's not retired.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a neck fusion like these guys do.
That's true, but he's still broken and old, by the way, no matter what. But yeah, man, I mean, I kind of agree with you, but you know what? Nigel McGuinnes, he got cleared, and after he got cleared, he started wrestling again. He said he felt good, and he wanted to get back into the ring. He's like, I want to do it. So yeah, that's how that happened.
Let's run down some of the. Let's talk about now McGuinnes while we're at it. I mean, we're already talking about him. Sure. He was in Heartland Wrestling Association from 1998 to 2006. Right. Excuse me. He was from Ring of Honor from 2003 to 2009, and at that time he held the Ring of Honor World Championship. I don't know if it was from 2007 to 2009 or if he had a couple runs with the belt in between there. And then you got Pure Championship. He was in that promotion. And then then he had the feud with Jimmy Rave, and also with Chris Hero, which was fantastic. That was a great feud. He did the independent circuit from 2004 to 2009. He had a couple great matches with Bryan Danielson. He was in Total Nonstop Action TNA from 2008 to 2009. He went back to the indie circuit. He retired. He returned to Ring of Honor from 2011 2016, and then he was in WWE from 2016 to 2022. Not as a competitor.
And then they let him go. Obviously, WWE.
I tell you what,
and that's when AEW picked him up. I think it was like 2023. I think it was at All In. They revealed that he was
2023. They picked him up.
Yeah, they did the reveal it all in. It was a big deal.
I think he's a better commentator in WWE than he is now. And I'm not saying he's not good, but I feel like a lot of the things that have happened in AEW and WWE are not happening in AEW. Let's just face it. Every week we watch AEW, it's a shit show. It's a total nonstop shit show.
It's not good, man. Look,
it's not horrible.
Like last night. It's mediocre, man. And you know the mediocrity is not getting them anywhere. But you know what's gonna get them though is the whole price thing. You know, I gotta be the elephant in the room. I'm allowed to. EC's probably gonna give me heat for this. I don't give a shit. It's my prediction show. Whatever. This whole AEW WWE thing. They're in competition more than ever now that WWE's going to ESPN. I'll be blunt on this. I got to do a one with Steve next week, the last Peacock show. But price, AEW is going to win that war every day because
I just want to know.
Watch the AEW shows over these WWE shows now, and
I just want to know.
It's insane.
I want to know. And I want to know how long it's happened because I feel like I already know that it's happened. I just don't think WWE's truthful with us. I want to know when and where they're going to announce that they own TNA. Because I'm going to tell you this right
now. They're in talks, and
I don't think they're in talks, Maddog. I think it's happened. I've been saying this for years. It's happened.
It might
they're just not saying it.
And that's what everyone's saying. Everyone's saying TNA is because of the purchase, AEW is going to go out of business. Now, I don't think that's going to happen.
No, it's just going to add more fuel to the fire.
Let that happen, but
it's just going to add more fuel to the fire. I mean, the
ESPN did the unthinkable last night. I don't know. I don't know if you got my text. ESPN took off all their shit about AEW last night. Everything about AEW on ESPN's website's gone, completely gone. Can't find
because they're making room for WWE.
Forbidden Door. All WWE. Guess what? The 12 this afternoon, I was on my phone. I was scrolling through, getting ready for today. All of a sudden, here's a Seth Rollins article. And WWE, I can find every champion now on ESPN's website. Seth Rollins articles are popping up on my ESPN feed now, and I can see every single champion on WWE, including that Sol Ruka girl who's a Speed, who's not even a real champion because they don't even do anything with that belt. So, yeah, that's how crazy this is. And, you know, now they're saying, oh, it's not competition. Oh, it is. It definitely is. They feel threatened by AEW because they're ESPN's deleting AEW probably because of WWE's request to do it. So that's what kind of grinds my gears as of today. And I didn't know about that. So I'm going to get into some of these comments here. Hello everybody, thank you for joining us. We're gonna get into the card in a minute, but I'm sorry, I had to rant when I had to rant. It just pisses me off. Anyway, what match do you want to start with, man? There's a lot on this.
Let's start with what we've already discussed. Let's talk about nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that. There we go. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about Zack Sabre Jr. taking on Niall McGuinness for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Let's talk about
who is the other guy. I know Nigel McGuinness, but who's this Zack
Sabre Jr.?
Yeah.
This guy is listen. This guy right now is currently in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Okay. He is the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. This guy he's actually done matches in WWE. I've seen him a couple.
Is it the same name or is it a different name? Maybe.
No, he's been in Zack Sabre Jr. But I mean, this guy he's held the IWGP Heavyweight Championship 2 times. He's held the he's tried to be the New Japan Pro Wrestling World Television Champion 2 times, the IWGP Tag Team Champion 3 times. He's won the New Japan Cup, the G1 Climax, which is he's been he's won belts in the United Kingdom, Hong Kong, England. He's done it all, man. This guy, if you saw his resume with titles, he's already out of if you're counting belts and not in like WWE or something like that, he's been a Grand Slam champion about 6 times over again outside of WWE. That's guy is fantastic. If you've not seen Zack Sabre Jr. wrestle in person, it's pretty amazing. This guy, from head to toe, is a star. And I think this is another guy that WWE passed on a long time ago, knowing that this guy is really good. But and then Niall McGuinness, I don't really know a bunch about Niall McGuinness. I know a lot about his commentary.
What's his name in his corner too? Who is that back? Is that Daniel Garcia? I don't know.
Yeah, that's Daniel Garcia. That's Daniel Garcia.
Looks familiar.
I've seen the matches he's done with Bryan Danielson and Ring of Honor. Fantastic. These two guys went at it a bunch of times in Ring of Honor. Great matches. Right. I'm excited to see this one. Maddog, where can the people?
Real quick, I just want to jump in here. He hasn't looked that good, man. Have you seen his last AEW match? Nigel McGuinness, he just came back on the AEW match. It wasn't that good.
Oh, he's hurt, bro. You have to understand. He's wrestling. He's wrestling with borrowed time.
That's true. That's true. But
Maddog,
I believe
tell the audience
was also get to him later. Anyway, yeah. Where
tell the audience how they can watch Forbidden Door.
Yeah, sure. So I believe it's on PPV.com. It's pay-per-view.com. I believe you can also do it through your local cable provider, and you can also go through Amazon. And buy it on there. That's how I did it. I bought it on Amazon. $50. Buy it on Amazon. Cheapest thing you can do. Yeah, easy. Go into Prime. You see it. Buy it from the door. Click on it. You're good to go. Oh, and I believe the 0 hour will start at 11 a.m. Eastern. It will be I think a 4 or 5. I think it's going to be a 5-hour pre-show because I believe the show starts at 3 or 4 p.m. Eastern that day. So yeah, that's kind of wild that they're doing it just as big as they did with the SummerSlam, which they did 3 hours. They're doing AEW's trying to top that and do like a 4. See the competition, they're trying to outdo each other on their own pre-shows. Pretty crazy, you ask me. But that's how you can buy it or get it. Like I said, okay, I don't think Taylor's doing it anymore. I think they stopped that contract, and I know Bleacher Report also stopped their contract. So I think you have to go through Prime in the US, and I think out of the US, I'm not exactly 100% sure. Yeah, I think YouTube Premium Live Event also you can buy it off of there too, but I think that might be outside the US.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this.
Say who's gonna win the match before we get into another match. Who's gonna win?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I really do think they're not going to bring Zack Sabre Jr. into the Forbidden Door to make him lose his title. So I'm going with Zack Sabre Jr.
I agree with you. I don't think this guy. I don't know much about him, but I don't think he's gonna lose. No. I think Nigel McGuinness can get a loss here and still look good. You know what I mean? Gonna be a great match. Anyway, so the next match, what do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about this because last night they had a big match on AEW Dynamite, which went about 30 minutes. You know what I'm talking about? FTR took on.
I do. Wasn't that? It was the best Brody match King of the night, by the way.
Brody King and who? Brody King and who else was it?
Oh, let me bring this up. Where the hell is this here? Is this it? No, wait, no. No, wait, that's not it. I'm trying to figure out. Oh god. There we go. Thank you.
Oh, Bandido. Bandido.
King.
So yes. This match went about 30 minutes last night. Brutal match. Brody King got busted open.
Bleeding, dude. That's the one thing I gotta give AEW credit. They let the blood flow and it just keeps going, man. I love it.
It was a little long. The match was a little long. You would have thought these guys were fighting for their lives. And the winner of the match,
the number one contendership, man. Of course they're fighting for their lives.
So these guys face FTR. FTR, if you don't know FTR, these guys, they've done it all. WWE.
Sure.
And they took over the independent scene. These guys are the equivalent to I always say these guys are like the Hart Foundation. These guys are old school wrestling. These guys are tag in, tag out, tag in, tag out, moves, tag back in. These guys are traditional wrestlers. They're not like these other guys where they'll beat each other up and then suddenly tag in just to say they tag. These guys are great.
I love them.
And I'm gonna tell you what, these guys, this is gonna be a triple threat match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. You got the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley, and Shelton Benjamin taking on FTR.
They hurt people, by the way. They hurt people, by the way. The Hurt Syndicate.
And then you got taking on Brody King and Bandido. This match should be another brutal match. I don't know if it's going to be a busted open match.
Going to get involved in this match at all? Do you think he's going to do some sort of shenanigans in this match? MVP, he helps them out and stuff.
Who knows? MVP right now is fighting for his life because he wants that coveted AEW World Heavyweight Championship. So. Maybe he's focusing on that. Maybe we'll see him. We don't know. But this is going to be a
MJF.
match.
I know he's got a big match on Sunday too. But MJF, I know is like.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Forbidden Door.
Who's going to win the other match? You keep bringing it up, but who's going to win the other match?
Listen, if it was me, if it's my prediction, I'm going to say FTR is going to take this one.
Really, I'd say Hurt Syndicate retains. I don't think they drop the belts.
All right.
That's how I feel. They hurt people. So. And if MJF beats Bum Hangman Adam Page, then there's a lot of gold in Hurt Syndicate right now. Anyway, you want to bring that up? Let's bring that back up, my man. Where the hell is it here? I gotta find it. This one, right? You want to talk about this one? Probably end up being the main event. I cannot see otherwise. MJF versus Bum Hangman Adam Page.
We've been seeing them for weeks now go at it. Last week, they really got into it. We actually got to hear, this is what I love. This week, we actually got to hear what he said when they bleeped the whole segment out on the television. I love how, good. So these guys, so pretty much tell the audience what happened last night and what did MJF hang over Hangman Adam Page's head for Hangman to go, you got it.
It was some sort of wrestler, dude. I don't know the name.
No, not the wrestler. That was Mark Briscoe. But do you remember the stipulation? Okay. Do you remember the stipulation?
Yeah, he couldn't use his contract, right? Something about no champion rules or something like that. And there was one other one I couldn't think of. Something about count out, he can still win. There were like a couple of things. I know the biggest one was he can't use his AEW contract thing. He won from the Casino Gauntlet match. I think he won that, right? Something like that. So
let's see.
Because I forget, honestly, to be honest with you guys. I know the biggest one stipulation was the whole I'm not using my contract. This is a title shot on my own accord. Without my contract being used, I can use my contract at another time. I found that part very interesting because in the beginning of this whole story, I thought that's how the AEW was going to do it. Now AEW is actually fucking reversing, pardon my French there, but themselves saying no, he's not going to use his contract. So that means he can get another world title shot down the line, even if Hangman does retain the belt, which he probably end up will. I don't see why they would drop it to MJF so soon.
I'm taking Hangman on this one.
What's up, Jeffrey? How you doing?
What's up, Jeff?
Syndicate retains. I agree, Jeffrey. Vince had FTR. Let's see. So please. Yes, sorry. We are doing the best we can, but we also got, a lot going on here as well. Anyway, 3 rules. Yes, the 3. I know one of them was the whole he's not using his contract. I know that. So and I know it's
I'm gonna take Hangman Page.
Yeah, I agree with you, my brother. I think Hangman retains. I think it's too soon for Hangman to drop the belt after he beat Jon Moxley 39 days ago. Well, 40 days ago today, I guess you want to really get technical, everybody. But yes, like I said, I agree, Hangman Page. Main event, can't wait for the match.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I kind of forget about this. Is this a match that was thrown together at the last minute? Kyle Fletcher and
probably. I don't know. I mean, I think they had it together for a few weeks. I think they've been feuding. I think they feuded since Allin, if I'm not mistaken. They were feuding there.
How do you say his name? I don't want to butcher it.
Takeshita, I believe it's the Takeshita. So
no, not Takeshita. No, this one on the screen.
Which one, Kyle Fletcher?
No, the other guy.
Takeshita.
What's his first name?
Hiromu. Yeah, Hiromu.
Listen, I'm going to say this.
That's what I call it. That's how
I think Kyle Fletcher's changed ever since he's come into AEW, which we all know that was going to happen. And I mean, listen,
fantastic
Kyle Fletcher is
now, man. Fantastic. He's on a fantastic run here in AEW. He got over as a bad guy. He's very stylish in AEW, and I think Don Callis, really was a great mouthpiece for Kyle Fletcher. You know what I mean? So I really do like him a lot. I've been a very, big support. I've been saying even on the other when I was with you guys on the AEW show, guest hosting, man. Fletcher is the guy to beat, and now he's on a great championship run. So I think he retains, bro. I don't see Takeshita getting one over, but they could do a switch here. They might have to do a switch here. I don't know, but it should be a very good match. What do you think?
No, again, man, this pay-per-view is all about the Forbidden Door. It's about seeing wrestlers come in from New Japan and come over and face guys in AEW.
He's on AEW, right? He's signed with AEW.
No. I know that. But what I'm saying to you is this is one of those pay-per-views where we look forward to every year, because it's people that come in that are not part of the AEW roster to face guys, to see these men that are not. Because listen, New Japan, you could watch it, but it's not it's not one of those that's mainstream on TV. It's a lot of pay-per-views.
And it's like 6 a.m, by the way, too.
Yeah.
I know.
So,
I've watched them before.
So, and we know that Takeshita is a great wrestler. We know he's getting up there in age, but he can still hold his own. So, I'm going to take Kyle Fletcher, because I don't see Kyle Fletcher losing this belt anytime soon.
Either. Especially if Don Callis or somebody else gets involved again. I don't know why. I just feel like a lot of these matches, as of lately, WWE and AEW, bro, just a lot of gimmick stuff is happening. AJ Styles, Triple Mania, a couple last weekend, and all this other stuff going on in the E and NXT and even AEW. I just feel like a lot of shenanigans has been happening a lot, so it wouldn't surprise me if something does end up happening with Don Callis or something where Kyle Fletcher does end up retaining his belt.
Right. Let's talk about this women's match.
Which one?
Wait, where's the women's match?
Which one?
There it is. Here we go. We got the TBS Championship 4-way match. We got Mercedes Moné,
CEO, the CEO.
Oh God, Alex Windsor. Let's see, what's that one?
I don't know. Bozilla. And how do you say the other one? Persephone, I think.
Persephone. I don't think I know her very well.
I think they're New Japan people. They're just throwing into this match. Alex Windsor, I know her because she's gonna be married to a certain Will Ospreay very soon, or as somebody else on the channel likes to call him, Will Ocean Spray very soon. So
here's the thing. Here's the thing I have the problem, bro, is this and everybody knows this. I am not a huge Mercedes Moné fan. I don't think she wrestles as good as she did in WWE. I don't understand why she has 8 belts. Last night, if you watch the match, you can see that She was going to the ropes a lot. She was not trying to wrestle. I don't think she's as good as she was. And that's what makes me mad is that they're giving her all these belts knowing that she's not that good.
They're
But
giving
if you
her
talk to a
flowers
guy
because
named But if you talk to Matt
never
Dog
did.
Kelly, Matt Maddog's going to tell you he is a huge fan, and so is the executive consultant. He's a huge fan too.
See,
You're
I can't
ridiculous.
believe you're not a fan of Mercedes, bro. Sasha Banks
That's
is
listen.
a Grand
This
Slam
is
champion,
hey. This is
and now
hey.
she's
This is
brought
what I
that
think about
over
her.
here and made a double Grand
Hey,
Slam
you hear me?
champion.
Hello.
Something you can never do. Yeah.
You're here. You ready? This is what I think about her.
Yeah.
That's what I think about her. Okay. You hear that toilet?
CEO. I'm just gonna keep doing this while we do this. But CEO retains for me. There's no doubt why they shouldn't keep her.
I don't listen
on here.
As much as I don't like the CEO, I don't see her losing the belt.
Not to these people. I honestly thought it was gonna be her and Athena. But then all of a sudden she beat Athena, and I was like, okay, what's the story now? Now Athena and Toni are in a match, which kind of makes no sense because I thought she was gonna drop the belt to Athena, and I was like, okay, that makes a lot more sense. And now I don't know where they're gonna go with Mercedes after this, unless, like you said, maybe Paige comes back. But I thought she was released or whatever, so I don't know what they're doing. But I did hear though that a certain wrestler could show up to challenge our CEO. I heard rumors, these are rumors, that a certain Elsa Dawn was backstage last night. Not used, but she was backstage, and supposedly she signed with AEW. Now, if that's true, that means she might be the next person to go after the CEO. Possibly.
Interesting.
Which makes me think Mercedes will retain even more if that's true, and they bring Elsa out, on Sunday afterwards.
Interesting. Well,
I mean, that's what I've heard. I don't know how true this is, but sources do say so. But yeah, I think Mercedes is going to retain. She's been fantastic. 8-belt bounce or 8 belts Mano. She is money for the company. As much as you don't like it or like it, she's selling for the company right now, bro. Selling the merchandise, the action figures. She's all over the company. And she's selling tickets, bro. She's putting asses in seats, and everybody loves it. I mean, Tony Khan loves her. I mean, he's giving every belt to her, everything she wants. I've heard he's even given her the private jet to go shoot Star Wars and a movie, and even what the hell is that called? A music video she just did with some sort of rapper guy. I don't know the name, but she was just doing something, and Tony Khan's like dropping everything for her. So I don't see how she loses here, man. I don't see it. Anyway, what do you want to talk about next? I'm gonna get into some of these comments. Let's see what we got here. Belt. Someone said belt change. Okay. I don't know. Why are you mad? I guess. Why are you mad? Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay, yes. It looks like Athena wins and Mercedes retains. Okay. Jeffrey says CEO here. What match do you want to talk about next, my brother? There's so much on this card. You know what? I'm gonna run one because why can't we? John Monkey, Moxley, whatever you want to call them, those Death Rider guys, my favorite former EVPs, one of the greatest tag teams in the world, Vince.
Oh God.
The founding fathers of AEW, the Young Bucks, versus Darby, Mount Everest, Allin, by the way, I guess we can say that now. Tanahashi, Will Ospreay or Ocean Spray, depending on which day it is. And then you have the Golden Lovers, which is I forget the other one's name, and Kenny Omega. So what do you think? This will be a steel cage lights out match, quote unquote.
Well, what does the lights out mean?
Total darkness. There'll only be lights in the ring, I believe.
Have we seen this before?
Blacked out, if I'm not mistaken. They'll shut up all the lights. and it only had lights on the ring, I believe.
Have we seen this before?
I think that's what they did last time.
We've seen this before?
This before. So
I mean, listen, here's what I have to say about this. This is one of those matches that's it's going to be all over the place, and
absolutely.
we are going to see the problem that I have with this match is, and I have with every AEW match, is even if it's a regular match, it's always chaos. So here's my question to you. What is this going to be any different than we saw last night with the FTR tag team match? It was complete chaos.
Well, that's the thing. I think AEW is a little known for more chaos, where WWE, NXT, and even TNA is known for a little more structure. Now, of course, they do those matches. Look, the WWE at SummerSlam just did steel cage match and a TLC match. I know I was there on the second day and first day too. And of course the Becky Lynch match, which I didn't even know was gonna have weapons and shit had weapons. That whole thing made no sense to me. But it's more structured. AEW is, you're right, it's more chaos, it's more anarchy. But AEW is known for this stuff, bro. I mean, for example, go back and look up Double or Nothing, Anarchy in the Arena, or whatever the hell it's called, Stadium Stampede, whatever the hell it's called now. I think it's called Anarchy in the Arena. I could be wrong. Death Riders were a part of that too, and that's what it is. AEW, Tony Khan loves chaos, and you know what? This match is gonna be chaotic, but it's gonna be fun as hell. I can't wait. I honestly don't want to pick the Death Riders, but I don't know. I feel like Mount Everest Allen's gonna win. I think. I don't know.
I'm taking Darby. I'm taking Will Ospreay. I'm taking that team.
Yeah, I agree. And the reason why I agree is because I know what's his name from the Young Bucks has been hurt. He's working with injury. I know Swerve is also, we'll get the Swerve. He's in the match too. Is working with injury as well. A lot of these guys are working with injuries, and I know ever since, I think it was Double or Nothing, since they came back, I know Matt Jackson's been hurting. So ever since that Steam Stampede match, I'm sorry, Anarchy Arena match, he's been hurt. So I think it's time for them to lose, and it's time for one of the best tag teams in AEW to go away for a while to heal up, hopefully, because our founding fathers of AEW, Matt and Nicholas Jackson, by the way, a fantastic tag team again. They need some time off so they can heal. Anyway, let me see what these comments are saying while we continue. Anyway, here, okay, we'll see. Let's see here what everyone else. Babyface wins for sure. I agree with that. And I agree, Jeffrey, the Mount Everest Allen will win. That's what I'm going to start calling it from now on. Mount Everest Allen, because he climbed Mount Everest. Fun fact, if you did not know that, Vince. Anyway, with the next match, what do you want to talk about?
Well, let's talk about this match that's coming out. Let's talk about Adam Copeland and Christian Cage becoming a tag team again. We both listen from last night. We both know these guys are not on the same page. Christian Cage doesn't really want to be. He wants to be on the team, but he also wants to run it his way. I think Edge is more in this than Christian Cage. We're gonna see these guys. We're gonna see how they coexist. I think it's gonna be Adam Copeland that's more trying to coexist than Christian Cage. And they're taking on Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian. Will we see?
Now, bro. I'm fanboying because we haven't seen this shit in over 15 something years. We haven't seen these guys together. I mean, God damn, this is so cool. I mean, you should be fanboying too. I know you're a fan of Edge. I know you're a fan of Christian. You know they were a great tag team back in WWE back in the day. They did the whole picture thing together. I mean, this is cool, man. And I never thought this would happen. But I know Adam's like kind of like out the door a little bit. But I mean, like he's gonna be like done soon because he can't keep doing it forever. Cage the same thing. So, and it was kind of like, Adam Copeland said, the reason why I wanted to go to AEW was because of Christian, to tag with them eventually. And it's happening this weekend. I'm sorry, man. I'm just fanboy right now. This is like so, like, I'll say it, fucking cool to see these guys back after what, almost 15, 20 years. I mean, I'm hyped, bro. I hope they get the win, but like you said, they're not on the same page. But if I had to pick, I would say, yeah, Copeland and Cage. But I don't know, man. You're right. They might not be, cooperating well, this, that, and the other. But I hope it's a good match. I do hope they work together because they worked so well as a tag team. They worked so well as a tag team for many, many years. I hope they still got it. I really do. But I am.
Well, just like Edge says last night, we're one of the greatest tag teams of all time.
They are.
Besides
the Young Bucks, by the way.
Oh my God, they're not. They couldn't even. These guys, the Young Bucks couldn't even lace the boots of Edge and Christian ever. It could never. It's going to be interesting to see these guys a tag team for the first time after so long. Will these guys get along? Will some things happen? We will see. I'm going to take Edge and Christian.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. It's just, I got it. It's just, I hope it's a good match. I hope, that this match does well, man. But I'm a little nervous, bro. I'm a little nervous. There's all the matches, by the way. I don't know if I had the Toni and Athena match. If I didn't, my bad. I thought I added it in my pictures, but
let's talk about Toni and Athena. Athena's come a long. Athena's come a long way since WWE. And I feel like it's taken a little longer than usual for her to come to AEW and make a name for herself. And I think she finally has. She is what? She's a Ring of Honor Women's Championship right now?
Yeah, I believe so. Oh God, I forgot to put that in the description. I forgot to put she's also champion.
Did you see that weird moment last night with her who was it? It was her and Mercedes and Toni Storm kind of like smelled or kissed Mercedes Moné in the ring.
Yes, I did.
Very weird. That was very, very weird.
I mean, that's the stuff they're known for. You know what I mean? Toni Storm, let's talk about this straight up. She's known for those sexual innuendos, and it gets over with the wrestling crowd so much to where I think it's getting to be a bit ridiculous because the internet wrestling community is eating it up. Like it's something. I guess I forgot to add my picture. Weird, I have it on my desktop. Whatever. But anyway. Like I said, man, I gotta get into some of these comments here, but like I said though, about this match, yeah, that was a weird moment, but that's what she's known for. Toni Storm's known for those sexual innuendos, and it's working so well for her. She's running with it. I'm kind of tired of it, man. I don't know. Maybe you ain't. Maybe you like it. I don't know. I think it's weird at this point. So. What do you think? You there? I lose you.
I'm not going to say that. It's hard for me to really like Toni Storm.
Yeah,
Toni Storm's come a long way, and she's night and day who she was in NXT. So for me to get this, this, I mean, she acts like she's like an old school, like, 70s and 80s wrestler.
Yes. Like, yeah, star, yeah.
So
Star, I guess
I'm gonna say Toni Storm retains.
Okay, a lot of people say that that's the wrong match. Like I said, I didn't have it. My bad. I apologize. I thought I did on my desktop. Doesn't matter. Anyway, like I said though, everyone's saying Athena. I don't know, man. Maybe it is time. She kissed me and Shakawa as well. That is true, Jeffrey. That is true. Like I said, Toni Storm's known for this. But you know what? If they do put the belt on Athena, I say they can maybe run it with Billy Starks and her. I know Billy Starks wanted that. If Toni does end up retaining, maybe Elsa Dawn comes out for that match, or Isla Dawn, whatever you want to say. But, I don't know, man. I think there's got to be one belt change on this card. And if none of the other belts we picked so far are going to go on this card, I have to agree with Jeffrey in the chat. I think Athena gets one over and she becomes new champion. So that's how I feel about it, man. Jeffrey says picking Athena. I pick Athena too. I think it's time for Toni to finally drop the belt. I think she's had the belt forever. I thought she was going to drop the belt to Mercedes. That didn't happen. So I think it would be smart for them to put the belt on Athena and then go run the Billy Starks Athena feud that I really am dying to see if you're paying attention. So Sonny says that he thinks Toni's going to win. Possibly. Nothing against Toni Storm, but I agree, Lewis. I think there should be one belt change here. That is true. That is true. That is true. Yes. But she's still wrestling, and a lot of them still do that. Did I mention the Swerve Strickland match? I think we need to get into that. I know he's fighting. Do I have that in my notes? I don't even know if I have that. I thought I had it in my notes. I might not. Where is this here in my notes? Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna go through the matches. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that one. That one. Did I not add it? Oh god, I probably did not add it, but that's okay. Well, anyway, so we're going back to this one because I forgot to add it. My bad, everybody. That's okay. Sometimes even I make mistakes. What's this? Oh no, yeah. Okay, let's go back to this. What do you think, my man? This is gonna be Swerve Strickland versus who the hell is that up there? Give me a hand with this. Who is that? Is that Okada up there? Am I right?
It's Okada and Swerve Strickland.
Yeah. What do you think, man?
Man, I tell you what, I feel like Swerve Strickland's he's. I mean, this guy never stops. This guy is he's a worker, and he's
been working with injury. I was listening to a podcast earlier today. He's been working with an injury since 2019. Torn meniscus, by the way.
I don't put it past him.
That's crazy. He says he refuses to go in for surgery because he wants to work. He wants to wrestle. This guy is nuts, man. I love him. I think he's great, but
well, when you love something so much, bro, when you love something so much, you keep going with it. That's all.
So Lewis says Okada. Swerve all the way. Okada retains. Plus, he looks dope as hell. He is good. Swerve wins. I agree with Jeffrey, man. I think Swerve's gonna win, my brother. I really do.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick Swerve now.
I agree with you completely, my brother. And if I'm not mistaken, ladies and gentlemen, besides the 0 hour match, we don't know that. We only know Bryan Danielson would be on the common and the panelists. I think we hit them all. I'm gonna go back here. If we missed one, let me know, because this is all the matches as of now. I think we hit them all, man. We did MJF. We said Hangman, right? Yeah, we did. I think we did them all, bro. I don't think we missed. I didn't know that what's his name is champion. Apparently, what's his name over there is some sort of Ring of Honor champion. Did not know that. So that is interesting. There. I'm excited for this, man. I'm gonna take this down so we can go our final thoughts, man. I'm excited for this. What's your big takeaway from this whole show going into their next show, bro?
I feel like I'm more excited about this show. I'm more excited about this show than All In.
The card looks better, brother. I have to say the card for this looks a lot better. All In was fun, but it felt way too long, and some parts I was bored out of my numbskull. I fell asleep during a couple of matches because they were just so fucking boring. And it's just, to me, man, it was boring. Some parts of it, was boring. WWE came and kicked ass that weekend. Their next night when they ran the Evolution show, I thought that was a hell of a lot better. So, like I said, somebody asked if we're gonna do WWE. I will plug that in a minute. We're gonna do that next week. I agree with you, Jeffrey. Allin was too long. What about a review show? I don't think we're gonna do that. I believe you guys might review part of it, I think, on the Dynamite show. So before we get out of here, let's plug that. You guys are gonna probably end up doing a recap, right, on the All Elite Heat podcast, right?
Yeah, we'll probably talk about it, but we'll probably recap it.
Okay, because I don't know if you guys are doing a review show for that. Like I said, I'm not part of that. Guys, I'm only here for the predictions. I agree. I'm excited for this event too. The card, yes, Kyle Fletcher. Still think he's gonna retain, by the way. I said that earlier. But let's plug all the shows real quick, brother. Let's get the heck on out of here. We have a lot going on Unpopular Review Wrestling channel here. Give me a second. Let me get my little cheat sheet up here. We have on Monday nights, we have the Radar Review Show. Actually, the Venomous Vince was just on that Monday. Please go check out the latest episode. That was awesome. Rewatched it actually Tuesday morning. What a great job those guys did. Bad Guy, EC, and Vince over there. But you can catch it with the original crew. Hopefully they're back next week. Steam Willie Beeman, Executive Consultant, and Big Daddy Cool, who will be with me next week for the prediction show for Clash of Champions, the final PLE on Peacock. We'll get into that a little bit later with Big Daddy Cool next week. NXT Review Show, that's featuring yours truly, the Sabrina Estella Wrestling Doll, and the Great Grand Slam Pooba Bad Guy Jack. Please check us out Tuesday nights, 10:15 after NXT. Bad Guy and I might do an NXT, Heatwave review show. So be on the lookout for that. I gotta talk to Ron about that. Anyway, Wednesday nights, this guy over here holds it down with Cactus Katie, Venomous Vince. That's this guy over here, by the way, and the Sheriff. They hold it down. They do the All Elite Heat podcast. Please check that out. They'll probably recap and talk all things about.
Now listen, real quick, before you go on, I'm not going to be on the full show next week.
Oh, okay.
It's my birthday.
Some breaking news. Oh, wow.
It's my birthday.
Happy early birthday.
And I will be in Las Vegas for the week. So I will.
Exciting.
So I will be coming live from Las Vegas. I will be joining the show. I don't know exactly the time. I know I know you guys are 3 hours ahead of us, so we're 3 hours behind. So I'm gonna figure out that time zone, and I'm still gonna come on the show. Not gonna do the whole show, but I'm gonna make an appearance.
That's great, and happy early birthday. That's so cool. You're going to Vegas. Yes, everyone's wishing you a happy early birthday here, man.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Everyone says they love the AEW show. And
I turned the big 4-0, so
wow,
guys,
congrats, man. That's awesome.
I'm getting a little older.
That is amazing. I'm gonna continue with our thing. Like it's a happy early birthday to our Venomous Vincent. 40. Wow, congrats, brother. Congrats. Anyway, we have the prediction shows hosted by me. Vinny joins me for the AEW ones, and Big Daddy Cool will join me next week for Clash in Paris. I think I already know who he has winning in one of the matches. I think you guys know where I'm gonna go with that. That little teaser there.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Daddy Cool. Steve is a huge fan of Stephanie Vaquer. Stephanie Vaquer is fighting next weekend in Clash in Paris. So I always make this joke that he always picks her because he's big on her. So that's why I had to make the joke about the chat, because the chat knows how big Daddy Cool is on Stephanie Vaquer. And she's fighting next week in Clash in Paris. So But yes, like I said, for shows with me, we'll do one next week. Check it out. I think hopefully we do it either Wednesday or Friday. I'm going to MSG on Thursday for Dirk's Bentley concert. So
Oh, nice! You seen Dirks?
Yep.
Who's he playing with?
My third time. Me and my mom got tickets.
Who's he playing with?
For it. Zack Top. Zack Top is playing with him.
I only know one song by Zack Topper. I gotta tell you real quick. Me and my buddy Brandon got invited to a couple years ago. His management team invited me and my buddy Brandon out to his Dirk Bentley's festival in Colorado. We flew out to Colorado to see Dirk Bentley, and he had a private mountaintop acoustic performance that we saw. He played 7 songs on a mountaintop around a fire.
Wow.
And I got to meet him.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
No way.
And I actually met Zack Topper last year, and I talked to him a little bit.
Oh, cool.
He's an up and coming artist. So he's real cool.
Yeah, I know that one song, Good Times and Tan Lines. They play that on the radio.
This weekend. This weekend I saw, did I tell you about this weekend? I went to go see a country concert. Did I tell you who was there?
No, I saw your Instagram, by the way. I did see the Instagram. So
Kane Brown. It was John Party.
Okay, I know him.
Let's see. It was Ray Lynn.
Okay, I know her.
Michael Ray was there.
Okay.
Chad Brock.
Okay, I know him.
Mark Willis was there.
Okay, I know him too. Yeah, I know a lot of these guys you're naming.
So it was I really love to see Kane Brown. I'm a big Kane Brown fan. John Party, my biggest one of my biggest moments that night was to meet John Party. I love John Party. So for him to take time out
once before, man, I actually seen John Party once. He's very, very good. I think I saw him Luke Bryan once. So, but yeah, man, going to see Dirk Bentley. I think I've seen him a couple times before.
To see him at MSG, though, that's fucking cool. Hey, listen. Make sure you keep me updated, man. Take some pictures and some videos. Send them to my way.
I will. Absolutely. I will.
I love me some country music. I love me country.
I will have to talk to Big Daddy Cool about doing the Clash in Paris prediction. You guys stay tuned for that because we're not doing it on Thursday. We got to do it either Wednesday or Friday, depending on
maybe I'll join you for that show.
So yeah, maybe I'll ask I'll ask Steve if he wants. Maybe 3 of us can do it. Anyway, like I said, the other thing I do gotta get before we close out SmackDown review show, I do gotta mention it here. Review show Sundays or Saturdays at 10 or 11. Keep you guys posted on the social medias. Please stay tuned on our socials for when those guys do it. I know they're back at it now. It's just I know they have, fluctuate the date between Sundays sometimes and Saturdays. So just stay tuned. We'll be updating you on the social media. So just stay tuned to our socials. But they hold it down for SmackDown. Awesome review they do of SmackDown. They actually just came back on Sunday. Did a great review of SmackDown past Friday. They got a big show review tomorrow night as well. I heard Cena's going to be on there. But anyway, guys, this is the AEW Forbidden Door 2025 prediction show. I am Maddog. That's Venomous Vince over there. Thank you for joining me, brother. These are always fun to do. We will be back, I think. I don't even know what's the next one after this. I know they're doing another one, I think, next month. I think it's All Out in Canada. I could be wrong. It goes this one, then it goes All Out in a couple of weeks. And then I think they do, one more in October. Then
hey, do you know about the new one?
Me.
You know the new one?
No, which one's the new one?
Pants Off?
No, I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah, it's AEW Pants Off.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's a new pay-per-view called Pants Off.
Never heard of it. Okay, where's that going to be? When's that going to be?
I'm messing with you, Mad Dog. I'm messing with you, Mad Dog.
Okay. I'm like, wait a minute. I've heard of the WWE WrestlePalooza one, but I didn't hear, that one. Yes, always been fun. Thank you guys for joining us. Join us again here for the the Clash in Paris with me, Big Daddy Cool, and possibly Vince. And then also join us back again for All Out when we do that. Thank you guys so much.
Hold on, before we go, I want to take time out and say thank you everybody for joining us for the show. But thank you guys for supporting the channel, UPR reviews, UPR wrestling. We really appreciate it. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be doing what we do. We all love talking about wrestling. So for you guys to interact and talk to us, comment, subscribe, post, please like a comment or like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I think we're on TikTok. We're on Twitch. Every little comment or like helps us. And we also have a Patreon page, guys. Go to UPR's Patreon page. You can support us there as well. Thank you guys so much for joining us for all the shows. I mean, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the list goes on and on. There's so much here. And on the entertainment side, I'm trying to bring the entertainment back. Okay. I got a couple of reviews that I've already done. I got Naked Gun coming up, hopefully soon. I really like to review the new Alien Earth that just came out. So there's some things coming up the pipeline that I'm going to pre-record this week. So when I'm in Vegas, I'm going to release them. So guys, stick around. There's always something for everybody. UPR Entertainment, UPR Wrestling. We got you all covered. Thank you so much, Maddog. It's always a pleasure to do a show with you guys.
Do it with you, man. Always fun.
And listen, enjoy Forbidden Door, and we'll see you guys next week on AEW Elite Heat Podcast. Maddog Kelly, we see you on AEW Review. Thank you guys. Good night.
See me on NXT. All right. Bye, guys.